All right. Hello.
Hi.
Happy Friday from Healthy Meal Preppers. I'm here with Melissa.
I feel like we haven't been in here in a long time. We haven't been.
We haven't been.
It's
Well,
been weeks.
we had one with Beth, and then you've had a little break, and you were supposed to start some exercise. So tell us how it's going.
I know. Yep. Hot seat. I don't feel as nervous with Beth not being here. Although, yeah, I started incorporating walking is pretty much as far as I've made it. I don't know that my app starts wanting me to do a little bit of running, and I enjoy that. I like it a lot. But I think I was telling Beth a little bit earlier. I'm not. It's a lot harder this time for sure. So I have not run. I don't even know what's grammatically correct. I haven't been running since spring break of COVID. So we had made it through basically November. So November, December, January, February, March. So somewhere around like spring break time of COVID is when we had another lockdown. Right after spring break, we had another kind of lockdown, and then they required masks again. So I think that, what do you want me to have that? I have a tactile thing. So we had to wear masks again, and that's pretty much the last time that I was on a treadmill. Really, I mean, like working out with a lot of intention. You know
when
what I
you
mean?
say working out, what does that look like to you?
An intentional 20, 30, 40 minutes in my head. It has to be
Okay.
20, 30, 40 minutes.
Of what?
Time set aside. I've done like tapes,
No, but what does it look like in your head when you're saying, I haven't done an intentional workout? So what does that look like? 20, 30, 40 minutes of what?
I mean,
You might have to visualize. Like when you're working out in your head,
yeah.
what does it look like in your head?
Well, it's either a lead class type of a thing,
Okay.
a lead list or something that I'm going through of exercises that I'm doing.
Okay.
Not just me on my own winging it. There's no
Okay.
wing in it for me. That's not, I have to have something, even if I wrote it out myself. I mean, a lifetime of working out. I mean, I have things I can do, but I wouldn't just set out without a plan. I wouldn't just be like, here's the mat, here's some weights, I'm just going to go for it.
But you said you've been walking, so does that not count as working out?
I mean, I'm not there yet. For me, I don't feel like walking is really working out. It's just conditioning myself to get to a place where I feel like it's a workout. I don't know. No.
Okay.
Workout. I mean, to me, it feels like I'm building up my strength, endurance, and
when you say walking isn't really a workout, like, how do you feel when you say that?
well, I mean, walking at no incline, I'd have to do it for a really, really, really long time, I think.
But when you say, when you say that,
for it to be, for me to see any type of change, either in my strength, my physique.
But we're not even there yet. Like, I'm still at the walking is not a workout. So when you say walking is not a workout, like, maybe you have to close your eyes and think about that. What feeling
I can walk
does
faster.
that make?
I mean, for sure, I can walk
What
faster.
feeling does it create in your body? And what feeling can you name when you say walking is not a workout?
I don't know what.
Like, it's not a fact.
Yeah.
Do you think that walking is not a workout is a fact?
I don't know.
Well, I can tell you it's not a fact. And we heard it from not me, not you, but our expert.
I know.
Walking is a workout. So therefore,
Yeah.
that walking is not a workout equals your thought. That is a subjective thing that we're saying. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I'm just trying to get you to realize like that we've created this thing in our head. Like the facts are, unless I'm working out 20, 30, 40 minutes a day and it is me sweating, me running,
like
me doing a class, my heart rate, etc.
Right.
Okay. So there's a good measure.
Right.
Heart rate.
Right.
Okay. So again,
It is not like
I'm going to make you answer this.
Right.
When you say, close your eyes and think about it. walking is not a workout because you're not alone. You're not alone. What feeling does that create?
It doesn't feel like I'm discouraged. I mean, I'm not discouraged by that. I just feel like it's the first step.
Meh. You feel neutral. Neutral. Okay.
I guess.
Maybe. I mean, it's not either here nor there.
Sure.
That's what you're telling me, right?
Right.
So you feel neither motivated, but neither discouraged.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But so when you're from a neutral place, do you do anything to make it not neutral?
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like it's a step.
Okay.
I know because I've done it so many times throughout my life that I won't stay at that speed forever because my body automatically wants to go faster. My body automatically wants to walk at an incline. My body automatically feels like it wants to do more. I mean, that's just my experience for me.
So does that count as a workout then?
It will at the point where I feel like, yeah.
And what's stopping you from getting from the regular walk to the walking that equals workout?
I just don't want to. I don't want to be in a lot of pain. I mean, I want it to be gradual, so I don't want to be in a lot of pain. I don't want to suffer through a lot of shin splints. I don't want to. I mean, I do feel better when I'm walking because I know it helps me align. I know it helps me be very cognizant of, my posture and my frame and my core. Am I engaging my core?
So you have no problem being motivated to start walking?
Right.
Daily?
Right.
You've walked every day in the last 3 weeks?
No, 5 days a week.
Oh, 5 days?
I don't walk on the weekend.
Sorry.
Yeah,
5 days a week. I couldn't remember what the goal was. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
There isn't a problem.
Well, we started the conversation with, well, I'm not really where I want to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will be where I want to be when my goal is if I run 3 miles.
Okay.
5 days a week.
So in your head, this is the goal, right? But why is that the goal?
I just feel good when I can do that. I like it. I know it's I don't know. The same. I mean, there's no variation. I mean, I do things with my arms and my upper body and that kind of thing. Just the way that I am built, I feel like running is just an efficient.
But it's been 4 years. Right. So why are you not where you think you should be?
It's going to take time.
Okay. So how long are you fine? Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I'm asking you, how long do you want it to take? How long are you okay with it taking? Does it matter to you if it takes, if you never get there?
Oh, it matters if I never get there, but it doesn't matter how long it takes.
Okay, what if it takes 10 years?
I'm not.
Okay.
I can reasonably imagine it'll take me a couple of months because,
perfect.
Right. In the past, I mean, I probably would have gotten to running that 3 miles, maybe inside of 2 months or something. I'm not that anymore. So, I mean, if it takes me 3-4 months, 5 months, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I'm not worried about.
What about those of us that are impatient?
Right. I probably have been in the past. I'm not impatient anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, why? That's a good question because I'm impatient. But what made you decide that it's okay? You're okay with listening to your body, taking your time, etc.
I mean, horrific injury. I mean, that probably taught me a lot about patience. Okay. I mean, breaking my knee. I mean, that was horrific. And it was a long, long, long road back to just walking.
Right. So maybe the self-compassion, the gratefulness of the gratitude of actually being able to walk again.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I'm okay.
Right.
I can walk. Therefore, I will walk.
Right.
At some point, I'll get back to running. What if you never get back to running? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. I don't know how it would feel if I couldn't.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
Right.
So that would be hard for me. But I mean, I know people have that all the time, because of an injury or something. They can't do the thing that they love.
Do you think it's possible to do something else that you might love?
I'd have to find something else.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah. I'd have to find something.
I mean, you said classes.
Yeah. I love rowing. I mean, rowing is another thing that I enjoy.
Okay.
And I kind of break up my running sometimes.
Do you ever measure your heart rate when you're walking?
Not when I'm walking, for sure. I do when I run, but not when I'm walking.
Just curious. I measured my heart rate. I think I told you guys this, that like one time, and it was like 111. I thought, okay, that's not ideal for cardiovascular health if I'm trying to do this for this.
Right.
So I'm just saying, because it's like an interesting measurement that you can actually go by. What are your measurements? Do you measure anything, distance or speed or?
I speed for sure when I'm like ramping up to it. I notice when, okay, I'm at whatever it is, 3.5 and feel fine. I mean, it's not painful. It's not hard for sure. When I start being able to increase my running, I don't so much pay attention to it. I mean, I get it to where I figure out where I need to be in order to be running on its own. I mean, without me thinking about it or being intentional about it, automatically go a little faster. Doing it, just a run doesn't feel like a run 4.5 anymore. Or it is, 5 run anymore. And
so for those of us that don't run, like, but want to, maybe, okay, just because it's not me doesn't mean there's not others.
Right.
Like, what are some advice that you might have for us?
Oh man. I found an app that I love. I'll put it in the link. I don't think that there's a cost for it. If there is, it's nominal. I don't know, but I think it's called like Keep Running or something like that. I found, I went through a lot of different apps before I found one that I liked. What I like about this app is it doesn't tell you anything about the speed that it wants you to go. It's just by the time. So it'll say you're going to start running, basically is what the app's telling you. And it says, you're going to run in 3, 2, 1. So it goes beep, beep, beep. And then you run. And it starts out like this tiny little run, like running for a minute or something. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then you walk for 3.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And then you run for 1. And then you walk. You can stay on that level for as long as you want to stay on that level. If you don't do anything to the app the next day, and it's automatically instead of running for a minute and run for 1, walk for 3, it might say run for 1, walk for 2. And so it's just over time
gradual.
Increasing the time between walking.
What about motivation? Like, what about us that are like, I don't want to go do it, so I just don't. And then I tell myself I'm going to do it tomorrow instead.
Oh, like just working out or doing anything active.
Yeah.
I experienced, had I not talked with Beth, it was easy for me to put it off. And that's what I think I was telling you earlier today. I feel like I've got to get my mind right first.
Absolutely.
Because working out for me makes me really crabby. I mean, it makes me really grouchy and really crabby. And it's just because where I am with my job, and
working out or not working out?
No, like making the time for it makes me crabby.
Okay, so not working out. The fact that you're making time to do it.
Well, yeah, because I'm not doing the other zillion things that I have to do.
Got it.
And that makes me crabby. And I mean, my family, if you like interviewed my family right now, they would tell you I'm a crabby mess.
So I assume you don't want to be a crabby mess.
I don't.
What if I told you you could work out and not be a crabby mess?
I know.
Do you think it's possible?
I need to.
Do you think it's possible?
I solved the working out part, but it made me a crabby mess.
No. Wait. Do you think it's possible to make the time? Because first we have to believe it's possible. Because right now it's like, this is a fact. When I work out, I don't make time for my family. Therefore, I'm crabby.
Right. My house is a mess.
Right.
I didn't finish the email that I had to fire off.
Right.
All the 15 things that I didn't do when I'm sitting there doing the treadmill because I told Beth I would do it. That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I'm just being honest.
No, that's good.
it makes me annoyed and angry about all the other things about my life that are like pulling me in 1,000 directions, which is why I find it hard to head over there because it's I don't know. I mean,
So-
I feel like I'd have to do it because I told Beth I would do it, and she wanted me to be accountable to her to working out.
But this
it's
doesn't
not bringing
sound like
me
it's
joy yet.
sustainable.
Or that's bringing me joy. It's not yet bringing me joy.
But is it going to?
I don't know.
I mean, you're just like, what's going to change? Because being crabby doesn't bring us joy.
Right.
Like having 10,000 things I didn't do because I worked out is not
Right.
sustainable.
Right.
You're going to lose motivation. So we have to find the bridge between, okay, first of all, is it possible? Do I believe it's possible that I
Right.
can work out
Right.
and not be crabby?
Yeah. I mean, I need to strategize about that for
Okay.
sure. I need to prioritize strategizing about that.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm not sure I love working out at home.
Okay.
I don't know if that feels, I don't know if that's part of it. It doesn't.
But you're talking about
the,
time.
Going
and
to
you're
the
talking about
gym.
place.
Well, I know. I mean, going to the gym always kind of felt like a treat to me. It's the environment.
Yeah, me too.
Well, our gym is nice.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean,
For me, like leaving my house, it's kind of like, you know, I've had a massage at my house and then I've had a massage at the place.
Big
And I'm
difference.
like, I need to go to the place.
It's so true.
Like,
That's so true.
I don't want to do it at my house. I can.
I know. I could be experiencing
But it's not the
some of that.
same.
Well, yeah, because if my treadmill is not that far. I mean, it's 6 steps away from my laundry
But it's
room.
convenient, but is it ideal for my brain?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's a good start. But how are you going to, so how long are you on the treadmill?
Like right now, 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay, that's a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go to the gym, though, that's going to add on probably 20 or 25 minutes.
Right.
So what's
Well,
the hours
not that
worth
far
of
away.
stuff that you're not getting done when you're on the treadmill that we need to put into your day?
Right.
That's where we need to start. So first things first. Do you believe, is it really believable that you can do both? That you can work out and get the things done and find less crabby days? I'm not even going to say joy yet.
Yeah.
Let's just say less crabby,
Yeah.
less irritable.
Sure. Well, yeah, because just hopping out of bed and grabbing my keys. I mean, for sure. If I do that, then, and I get my workout in before I feel like the day is going, I think that that's something I've been wanting to try.
Okay.
Because then it doesn't necessarily feel like, it's not like I can throw a load of laundry in at 6 a.m, because the kids are asleep. I mean,
So
it's not like I can
the
do the
hour.
dishes.
It's starting to sound like it's not the time that you're on the treadmill, but rather the time that you're on the treadmill, but you're thinking about, since I'm home, I should be doing all these other things that I need to get done.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all the other things,
All the things, yeah.
work-wise, family.
But if you're at the gym, you won't think those things. You may or may not. But should we do an experiment?
I know.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Let's just do an experiment.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to have anything set in stone. Let's do the next week, 5 days or whatever.
Instead of working out at home.
Instead of working at home, just humor me. Even if it's 30 minutes on the treadmill at the gym, so that you're not gone an extra amount of time necessarily. Let's see if that changes your mindset about home. Let's see if it changes your mood. Let's see if it changes because I think we need to figure out what part of it. There's 2 parts here.
Right.
It's the time that you're making to work out instead of,
Yeah.
but it's also the time that you're at home not doing the things that are on your list.
Right.
And so
Right.
I'm curious to see which one. And this is it. There's no answer. It's really, everyone is different. Like we
Right.
all have the same parts, but they're just organized differently in our heads.
Yeah.
You know? And so all of us just create different thoughts that create different feelings. And so we have to just figure out which ones work for us.
Yeah.
I think that's probably enough homework for you. No, really.
Yeah.
I think a great place to start is an experiment.
Yeah.
Because when we set it in stone, you're like, I don't know if it's going to work. And then if I don't change it, and then I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Like, let's not set anything in stone. Let's just do an experiment and see how it goes. And we'll reassess next week.
Yeah. I did tell you, I wanted on my bullet journal. Cause
Yeah.
you know me, that's how I love to organize things. I did I need to be more intentional about the ways that I see change.
Can I request that you use the word I want instead of I need?
Yeah.
Just try it.
Yeah.
Because I need to creates a feeling of urgency, like I'm not doing it
Right.
already and it's not good enough yet.
Right.
But I want to, it's just a little more freeing. It's a little more neutral, and it's also a little bit motivating, at least for me. Mm-hmm. Think about that. Like for yourself, mm-hmm. Is that true for you too? Mm-hmm. Be careful with the word need. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a hidden have to. And we know how that goes. Have tos turn into shoulds. And we all know shitting on yourself is not a good idea.
Shitting on yourself.
So when we shit on ourselves,
that's funny.
It just makes our brain feel like we're not good enough. And then it's not motivating. And then we don't get the things done that we want to. So I'm sorry I interrupted you, but I can't help myself now when I hear my brain does I'm so used to it now. I don't say I have to anymore. But I do say I need to, because my brain still finds a way to should on itself. So I need to do this means I have to do this. It's the same thing in my brain. It creates the same feeling of like, you're not good enough. You didn't do it. You should have done it already.
Right.
But when I say I'm choosing to, or I want to, ideally I want to, but I'm choosing to, and I'm going to choose to, it's just less crappy of a thought and a less crappy feeling. And then it's a little more motivating.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. So in your bullet journal, you were saying that you want to, or you want to be more intentional about.
Right. Change. Like when I see change. Right.
Right.
So I think no matter what healthy change that you make, there are things that people point out to you, or I notice. I think I told you. I noticed for the first time. For me, I was like, oh, hi, there's my collarbone. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I think that was, so like maybe just checking in with yourself about the changes you've actually made. Well, and just really being intentional about writing it down. Noting them. Mm-hmm. Right. So that I go back to that when I feel like,
so every
it's not worth it.
Week, every day.
Or when it happens. Yeah. When it happens, just to think about, I'd like to write it down.
But you could even do it intentionally. Mm-hmm. Like you can just check once a month.
Right.
On something, on some measurement. Like how many minutes did I run? How many minutes did I walk?
Right.
How many,
and
what was I at a month ago? What was I at 3 months ago?
Yeah. And we talk about that a lot. The measurements, unit of measures, but I think just that idea of the intangibles. No one's going to measure here.
No.
But to see that
your own
maybe
measurement.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely things you just notice is fine, but also it's good to keep track of your wins.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's my point.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No.
So keeping track of the wins, checking in with yourself, noticing, and again, I know I talk about journaling all the time, but that's why the journaling thing comes up, because that's when you start noticing, oh my gosh, I am different. And that's why we're creating systems. Like these are supposed to not be, we're not relying on motivation and feeling. We're relying on the systems that we're creating.
Right.
And so when you're falling back on systems, it's not trying to attain some sort of crazy goal that may or may not happen.
Right.
I have a system in place that I created that is on track.
Right.
In the trajectory that I am going for. And therefore I will get there. It may be slower than I anticipated or whatever.
Right.
But the point is not that I get there in 2 weeks. The point is that I get there safely.
Right. Or that I'm moving toward it. Right.
You're moving toward it.
Right. Makes sense.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. Happy Friday.